from the Miami Herald from the year 1986. Live shows are plagued by overtime. Two of the Pro Bowlers Tour's big TV attractions, the $200,000 Firestone Tournament of Champions last year and the $235,000 PBA National last week, have run into timing problems. The 1985 Firestone TV show in Akron, Ohio was plagued from the beginning by everything from re-rack problems to protests about clicking newspaper cameras. It became a fiasco at the end when the championship check was presented to Mark Williams before he rolled his 10th frame balls. The TV audience didn't learn the final score. He beat Bob Hanley 191 to 140 until a few minutes into the ensuing Wide World of Sports show. At the PBA National in Toledo, Ohio last week, time had to be made up for a two-frame roll-off after Mike Albee and Mike Edwards tied in the second match. Not even the presence of Mark Roth, who wastes no time on the approach or bowling through commercials, could save the show from running overtime. To ABC's credit, the network stayed with the live action until Tommy Kreitz defeated Albee 190 to 184 about 4 minutes into Wild World of Sports. These are not isolated problems. They only happen to occur in two biggies. John Campos, tour press director for the Professional Bowlers Association, could recall only two shows this year in which finalists did not have to bowl through commercials to stay within the 90-minute allotment. Bowling through commercials makes most regular viewers angry, but ABC officials say this is one of the hazards of a live TV show. Sooner or later, either ABC or PBA officials are going to have to admit that the problem is never going to get better, only worse. Bowlers, pros on the tour and top amateurs in leagues, are slower than ever. It used to take about 22 minutes per game during the regular Firestone Tournament competition on Wednesdays. Now it takes almost 30. As I see it, there are only 4 ways out of this slow bowling dilemma on TV. Put a time clock on the pros and eliminate all re-racks. Expand the ABC show from 90 to 120 minutes. ESPN devotes 2 hours to its tour shows in the summer. Cut the number of games on TV from 4 to 3.5, and tape the shows on and air them on a 1-hour delay. You can forget the first two suggestions. They are not going to happen. Too much opposition from bowlers on the first point and not enough sponsors to support expanding the show. Starting the live show in the middle of the first game seems like the best solution, and one that would allow ABC time to do some of its famous up-close and personal segments on bowlers. That's something the tour needs. But the only possibility that may become a reality is taping, which could make for more economical productions. Live spectators in California and Las Vegas already know about delayed telecasts. They watch the competition from noon to 1:30 and then go home and watch the telecast at 3. That may be why the Saturday telecasts on the West Coast draw such big live audiences. Spectators like to see themselves on TV.